My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon, specifically the Darkest Raptopia, state the second thereof. Alright, so I've kitted out my crew in order to go kill the Sodden crew. We'll be leveling up Hughes and Bergouet, as well as, I think, getting Gillian Jurieri up high enough to get them leveling. I believe? Medium, what is it? 3? Yeah, no, it is. It's either 3 or 4 experience for this, so all of them should become level 3s after this, which is going to be absolutely stellar, completely ace. We'll also have Marshall, Paris, Muletherb, and then whoever we want to put in the back line, probably Fontamai, in order to level them up and get Muletherb and Fontamai up into the higher levels, because they need to be there. For the moment, though, this should work particularly well against the Sodden crew. One of the reasons I've taken this party is this is just a good outlet for a party, right? Having the front line man-at-arms, the second line occultist, the third line plague doctor. That's just a good party, all in all. But then you add in Bergouet as the adventure highwayman. If I give him 2 levels of point blank shot, if he ends up at the front of the party and gets immobilized, he'll be able to point blank shot every turn. Specifically in the fight against the Sodden crew, there is an ability they have to immobilize you, and then point blank shot will actually be pretty ridiculous in that fight. In which case, he'll just be swapping back and forth with Hughes, who himself might be ramparting, might be off defending. We'll see. We'll have to see. For the moment, though, everyone needs upgrades, so let's go get a little bit of that done. Hughes. Upgrade Defender as well as Retribution. Gillian. Now, Gillian, if I end up doing that in the other fight, you are going to be moving backwards. So if you're going to be moving backwards, I'm probably going to want to change you to have a debuff. Because I won't be able to use Hands from the Abyss if I'm in the third line, and that's where I would be at that point. Okay, Noxious Plague. Blinding Incision, Battlefield Medicine. I kind of want to unlock Disorienting Blast as well. Probably not going to need all of those, but better safe than sorry. Wicked Slice, Pistol Shot will also be taking Point Blank Shot. Tracking Shot might be used once in the final fight. And it's probably worth having just because it is a significant bonus in long fights. The only one there I don't want is Grape Shot. Alright. That only cost about 4,000 there. That was relatively painless. And then another 4,000 in order to outfit their equipment. Alright, speaking of outfitting their equipment, let's get some trinkets on y'all. Now, the final boss, the Drowned crew, is unholy and not Eldritch, if I recall correctly. So I don't really want to put on things like Eldritch Slayer rings, right? Because it's not going to give me a bonus against the only part of this fight, or rather the only part of this dungeon that is actually going to concern me. Alright, well, you always end up taking the Demon's Cauldron here, rather. Ooh. But what about Vial of Sand Blood Pact and we do it in low light? You don't want to do a boss fight in low light. That's dumb. That's stupid. You're an idiot, Ryan. I could have told you that one for free. We don't have a stress healer in this party, is one concern. But since we only have literally one stress healer in all of these low levels, and that's Fontamai over here, and Fontamai is not going to work particularly well in this area because it's the Cove, they have bleed resistance. We'll be saving Fontamai to use for probably a long dungeon that is run by a lot of these low levelers. You take Blasphemous Vial, Stun and Blight. Their Blight resistance, as I recall, is quite low. Ancestor's Map should probably also go on you. I don't think anything else needs to. Interestingly, I've recently seen this on the subreddit. Apparently, Ninja update to the game, it was not mentioned, but apparently Virtue Chance is no longer capped at, I believe it was 65% as the maximum before. Now it's capped at 95% chance. So if you give someone Hero's Ring plus the Ancestor's Idol, and they have, like, Irrepressible locked in, they can have a really good chance to become virtuous at the start of a battle. At the start of 100 stress. That's cool. I like that a lot. Whether or not it's going to be relevant, but it is cool. Alright, Dismas is going to be up in the back line. He's fated as well as a quick draw, so he's just going to be all damage. That looks about right to me. You're going to be all stun. You've already got one stunning trinket. On top of that, there was a Sun Cloak offered in a different mission, but I'll talk about the offerings for the missions as soon as they get out of the screen, actually. I'll worry about that at the time that it is relevant. For the moment, you'll actually take Ancestor's Scroll. So your all damage, your blight damage, which you have to consider is damage over time, of a different kind. Your control plus heal and damage if you need it, and then you are all stun, all tank, all the time. We will have one rest, so I kind of want to pick up weapons practice. We already have Dark Strength. Do we have any nighttime ambush prevention? This looks like a strong no. Ooh, Bandit Sense is nighttime prevention. So is Unspeakable Commune, but it costs 4 as well. So if I was going anything, it'd be Dark Strength, Weapons Practice, probably Clean Guns? Because if it's in the second line, he'll be using Pistol Shot. If he's in the front line, he's going to be using Point Blank. So yeah, Clean Guns, so I don't have to worry about getting another thing. Which means the final 4 are for Bandit Sense. Alright. No, there's only another final 2. Shit. Crumbs. Alright, well, let's do the updates anyway. To the characters that definitely need the thing they can pick up. You already have Bandit Sense. Good. Wait, that's the wrong person. Damn it! Alright. Hughes, you definitely need to pick up Weapons Practice. It's one of your best skills. You'll pick up Unspeakable Commune, although I don't want to use it. You pick up nothing, you pick up Bandit Sense. Guess we'll be deciding at the time. I'm spending a lot of money. So, the only 2 things on offer at the moment that I'm actually particularly interested in, over here we have a Sun Cloak, plus 5 protection if your torch is high, and plus 10 dodge if your torch is high. That's really good on a frontliner that you already know has enough capability to do all of their stuns. But we also have an offer here. I thought this was the tough ring. It is not. It is the Coven Signet. Negative 25% stress if you have Crimson Curse. That is going to be really good for the people that are going to go long through a Viscount dungeon. Especially if I end up taking a Jester rather than a Houndmaster, because then I can do specific healing and I can just guarantee that one character is not really going to need that much stress healing. Alright, let's go to the Sodden crew. I am going to be exploring the entire dungeon because I like it to. It's good. I'm also going to take more medicinal herbs than usual because Fish Guts and Eerie Coral are both worth super interactions. And more shovels. That's about it, though. Let's go out. More shovels because you can...
Prying eyes had become a nuisance along the old road, and so I undertook to receive my most curious deliveries by way of marine shipments. A sheltered jetty was accessible by a narrow stone stair off the back of the manor, and a discreet system of pulleys could hoist even the heaviest prizes up the rock face from a securely tied dinghy below.
So that you can open the barnacle chests.
Chained and drowning for eternity.
Okay, if I go up here, then I can turn the light out and then come all the way back down and take this curio, and then go to that room battle. That's probably the best way to do it. So I'm just going to leave all of the curios along the way. I'm also not going to pump the torch before I go into the fight, because it really doesn't matter. Not for these. I don't need to surprise them, and I don't need to prevent myself from being surprised. Okay, their blight resist is actually tiny. So that's going to guarantee that you're dead, I believe. Right, this is a 5 damage blight. It is. One down. Hey, I'm going to get the stun off on the deep stinger. Oh, probably not, actually. It's 7 speed. Yeah, there we go. I think this one actually has low resistance to that. Let me check. Yeah, you're a shocker. That's really unfortunate. That's actually the name of the ability that was just used against you as well. We'll definitely have someone act before the Deep Singer because we have a couple on, like, 10 speed, I think? 8 speed. We're on 7 speed. Well, thank you for acting early.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
It's going to be continually important to reorder our parties so that we don't end up putting our highwaymen a little too far forward. We can probably kill, like, 3 of them in this opening round. Like, 5 damage here, 5 damage here. That'll do it. Done. Because I have such a ridiculous chance to crit there, I wanted to roll that one instead. You're only ever going to get 1 action, so instead I'm going to finish off the thrall.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Oh, feel free to barrier that. Please do. It's already dead. You just haven't figured that out yet. It's a low bleed, but I might actually kill that. Because I can easily control this Pelagic Guardian, whereas that'll prevent 6 points of damage as well as heal 2. Bleed chance is 60% here. May as well try it. Lowered its bleed resist overall as well. That's good. Pelagic Guardian's super slow, so I may as well roll my higher damage and then use my lower damage character to stun. Because I can guarantee you I have the time. Alright. Not dead yet, except for now it totally is. Each of these rolls, as soon as I knew it was dead,
Gently. This is how a life is taken.
Were based around specifically trying to make sure that I got as much chance to crit as possible.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
We're going to incur some stress for going back along a corridor that we've already gone through. Unfortunately, unless I want to forego all the treasure, and so far we actually got a significant amount from just that jaunt upwards. Unless I want to forego all of that, I kind of have to just incur that stress. Unfortunately, both of those were empty. That's really unfortunate. Do I want to pump the lights before I go in here? What's my scouting chance at? I think it's just 25. We've got 2 Cove Tacticians, but yeah. All right.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
So I'm pumping the light here just so that I have a better chance of scouting. That's unfortunate. Oh, I mean, if you are going to Call of the Deep anyone, please feel free to make it that target. Rough. You're not dead yet. I think it might be worth bellowing. Because the bellow will do at least 1 damage to the Pelagic Guardian here.
As the fiend falls,
Which will guarantee it dies before it ever acts. Sure. It'll also slow everyone down for the next round. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I love when they put the barrier on someone that's already dead. Just makes my life so much easier. Alright, I'll stun you. Deep Stinger will be killed before its turn.
Eradicated.
Very similarly to that.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
See, the thing is, it might look like, wait a second, Ryan, you don't need a stress healer in all of your parties. I mean, come on, look, everyone's on low stress. But the thing is, a stress healer is not for situations where everything's going well. A stress healer is for situations where everything's fucked, and you need to prevent the worst, the unthinkable happening to your characters. Alright, you're dead. Yell at him! I actually have a higher crit mob with my base attack, so I should have done that.
Give them no quarter.
I do need to start getting blood, but anti-venom is not particularly useful in this area, and I may as well pick up a portrait while I'm here. I'm very unlikely to be able to take that portrait home. I do actually need to start picking up some portraits and some deeds. So I can't keep throwing all of my money away just to take... Sorry, can't keep throwing away all of my heirlooms just to take portraits and deeds. Yeah, well, I screwed up. Put myself in the wrong position, unfortunately. I did not refigure your positioning. Alright, both of the backline are dead. It's handy. They're gonna use Shanks on the front line, so actually, I'm gonna set up a retribution here. Because I think I'll be able to get a significant amount of damage out in response.
Their formation
Okay.
is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Yeah, I ended up doing 15 damage with that. That's pretty good. If that hit a 2, it would have been really handy.
Decimated.
Got him. Alright, I'll not act. Yeah, exactly.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
I can lose one torch here.
The promise of safety.
I'm very unlikely to end up with enough jade to justify a full stack in a medium dungeon that I've already explored a bit of. If I end up with 5 jade, then that is as valuable as 1 stack of gold, so... It's slightly more valuable, sure. Alright, let's open this.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright. Woo! Critical scouting. Don't mind if I do. 105. That's what I wanted to see, buddy! Crate's empty. Such is life. Go down here for free. That's pretty good. Pump the torch a bunch just to make sure I get as much chance for another critical scout or anything at all. Please be coral. I won't pick that up yet. This one I will pick up. I could have waited and I would have gotten plus loot out of that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We do want to save some torches, so I guess we might end up going to this room battle with Curio and then resting in there, so not using a torch before that. Having only 2 shovels for taking down barriers, should be fine. Drop the citrine. There's our 3rd jade, so it looks like I may have made an incorrect decision with respect to the jade. But I do need to start picking up some of these heirlooms, so I don't feel too bad about that. Of course. Which of you is just straight up not eating? Or am I picking up food when I'm not expecting to? No, you all should be eating. I have no clue what's going on here. Okay. I should also change Juria's skills. Okay, Cultist Acolyte is dead. Beautiful. Stab on the back line here. Spear fishing. It's only on level 1 dungeon, so that's not going to force a move. Stab on the back line guarantees that both of the back line are now dead. Move the Cultist Brawler further backwards. That's unlikely to be relevant, because the Cultist Acolyte is almost certainly going to die, not leaving a corpse, and move forward. Damn it. Pretty much the lowest damage I could have done there. Oh, never mind. It was relevant. Cultist Brawler went before the Acolyte. Well done, you. Okay, you do that. I'll stun the frontline Pelagic Guardian. Yeah, I can probably trust my own character go faster than that.
sedated.
Beautiful. And a little bit of stress reduction. This is unfortunate, though. The heirloom, rather, the curio we have in this room. Are you dead yet? No, not yet. Because that's going to require a shovel, and I don't want to walk around with only 0 shovels, I guess.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I think it's time to start throwing away gold. I also could have rested before that happened. Right. If I want to get the most loot out of this as possible, I want to open this in darkness. Oh, 2 food. That's actually really good. That's another possible full hunger proc. Right, firewood.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
I don't need to do feast, so I'll just do full. Feast would have only relieved us of 6 stress across the party. Now, I thought I've probably rested too early. I'm probably going to have more than 4 battles before the final battle. Yikes. So we'll do Bandit Sense. I don't really want to clean your guns if I'm not going to be using it like that. I could just Dark Strength you. That's probably a good idea. Dark Strength is only 2, takes us down to... Yeah, that's right. Okay. You Dark Strength there. I should have taken your stress-increasing trinkets off first. Then we use weapons practice, and we encourage the occultist. You'd be on 0 if I did that correctly.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright, I definitely can't afford to use another shovel here. So the person with the highest bleed resistance is going to be rolling this. Alright, fine. Still booty inside, beautiful. I haven't had to use any keys so far. No, 1 key. I had to use 1 key. Still don't think that really counts. Alright. Dang it! Still gonna have to use the backline there. Okay, you're dead. I'm just gonna stun the pelagic grouper. I'll probably actually have next round my Plague Doctor act ahead of that pelagic grouper. Bulimic, negative 33? It's negative 33% or negative 20% to your healing skills while camping. That's not particularly important. Also, you can cure your own diseases when you're camping, so not really a problem. That's great.
This expedition at least promises success.
Man. See, according to the way that this dungeon is rolled out, I should have brought more shovels.
Annihilated.
Alright. Them to the front. Nice. Then if I set up Retribution on you, you're dead to your blight, and we have 2 people in our party riposting.
Destroy.
Too easily done. Yeah, we'll just have everyone roll their high crit chance. Oh, shame. Sure, just remove his bleed. Don't mind if you do. We'll have everyone for a while roll their high crit chances just because I want some stress relief. highest crit. Obviously going to be our highest crit. I can actually try and stun you again. Alright, damn it. Dead this round. Didn't even get a single dang crit.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
I don't know what this does if you don't open it correctly, so I'm gonna have you go for it. Fine. Let's keep moving. Don't want to interact with that. I could get a negative quirk. And now that I only have 3 torches, I pretty much just want to go straight for where the boss is. So I would like to fight the boss in highlight. Ouch.
Ambushed by foul invention.
Like, it could be either of these, so this is going to be unfortunate. If this isn't the boss, this could be a problem. Beautiful. No action on the stress dealer. No more actions on that one. Woo! Nice stress heal across the party as well. Nah. Just a little bit of stress healing from that one as well. Don't mind if I do. Can we... Yes. Yes, we can kill you before your turn. We can kill you before I even finish the question, in fact. Got him.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Plus 10 accuracy on range skills with -2 dodge is actually, it's fine. It's plus 10 accuracy. I mean, I use sun rings for my plus 10 accuracy as well as plus 15% damage, but it's not horrible. I don't think I can even take the emerald right now. Yikes.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
Okay. You change for this. Incision is unlikely to occur. Disorienting blast is much more likely to occur out of those. Beautiful. And then you are going to remove bleed and take point blank. Remove duelist and take tracking shot. So now this is our new party order for the fight. Damn it! Oh, I got punked so hard! Alright, well, we're gonna go into a low-light boss fight, which is gonna mean my sun ring isn't even gonna be active. Fucking yikes. Holy shamoly. That's not good. Yeah, let's see if there's... Nope, no Curio interactable immediately outside. Oh boy. Turns out we underprepared in terms of food as well. Good. Golly gosh. Like, we've survived off of the food that we've looted. Now I get to use this shovel, sure.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Alright. In we go.
Even in death, the captain shouts his orders.
All hands on deck. That's going to try and pull him to the front lines. Yeah, I removed your duelist advance. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that other people might be moved forward. Okay, you've got a bunch of blight resist on you. 120, 140. Okay, so 70% chance to hit my blight on you. Not particularly about that life. So I'm gonna just blight up the bastard here with multiple actions. I'm gonna move myself backwards. I'm gonna wait until this guy latches on before I start worrying. Could yell at them? It's probably worth yelling at them. Lowers their dodge, lowers their speed significantly. Yeah, that one's not gonna work, buddy. Here's the heave 2. Beautiful. This is the final fight in which we have all of our buffs as well, so I guess that's pretty good. They resisted that? What? Oh. They've got super huge buffs right now. That makes little to no sense at all. God, the stress pickup is real. There we go. Boarding clutch. So their first action next turn is going to be all hands on deck, bring them forward. We're going to take a lot of stress out of this fight. Yikes. Fine. I'm pretty sure their first action is always to try and bring someone to the front, and it's never the person who is already in front. There's some more blight for you. Nice crit. 19 damage, actually. What kind of debuff did I just resist? See, you should be acting faster so that you actually get to kill the Drown Puller in time, but it's not seeming like that. You know what? I'm gonna just kill it. Never mind. Thought I was gonna kill it in time. Good resist. Again, everyone being high level is just gonna make this a lot easier. Come on, and kill him. Trying to be tricky and giving the Highwayman point blank shot and trying to have him do all of that kind of stuff. Honestly, it's a bit too fancy for how little it's actually going to be doing. I've incurred a lot of stress trying to do that as well, unfortunately. Let's just focus on finishing the fight out with damage. We've got 2 Cove Tacticians here, as well as someone doing blights. Like, there's no reason this should take longer than a couple rounds, really. Oh, no! You moved my dude! That is actually quite lame. Heal my dude. That's a hell of a lot of damage. Bye-bye.
They are cursed to float forever, deep in the swirling blackness, far beyond the light's reach.
See, sometimes we've brought 4 medicinal herbs and we've needed, like, 10. And sometimes we've brought 4 and needed none. I'd rather have more medicinal herbs than needed in this area specifically because they're used for removing negative quirks. And that's huge. It cannot be overstated how good that is. Alright. Hard Noggin's actually really good. Automatonophobia is not good, and Warren's Tactician is fine, depending on where he is, honestly. If he's in the Warrens, it's great.
Risk and reward. A siren's call to the enterprising stalker.
Okay, so Precise Striker, as long as I removed Plutomania, you would be okay, Aslan. But the thing is, I have a full party, and I've already got a low-level bounty hunter that I'm leveling up. And I'm not even going to be using hunters in that many different locations. I already have this guy as on guard. That's pretty good. Sorry. So now we have the higher level for the secondary and third levels of all of the different bosses. Oh, except I've done the Swine King. Okay, so I've done the secondary level of the Swine Prince. That's about it, though. Repel the Brigand Incursion. That's new. Unseat the Viscount. Is it Viscount or Viscount? That sounds like something that would be pronounced Viscount. And depose the Countess. Beautiful. This is week 45 now as well. Let's do our unequip of all. Sort by rarity once again and see if we have anything particularly interesting on the horizon. Beast Slayer's Ring. Like, I don't really want it, but I do want portraits. And I do need to go on a long apprentice dungeon so that I can try and level up these fellows. The problem is I won't really be able to do too much with Marshall. That's going to be rough. Marshall isn't going to be particularly good in the ruins. Nor will Fontamai, because both of them overperform in areas where they can bleed. So, out here, for example. Solar Bracer, plus 2% crit, and plus 5 dodge if your torch is above 75. And I typically do keep it above that. Ooh. 2% crit and 5 dodge? No, it's not good enough. That's not a significant enough difference in crit to really roll that. Kill one hag for a wounding helmet. Don't want it. Book of Sanity. I want that. I want that in my life. All up in my life. Sculpted Tools. 40% extra damage versus stonework. -5 speed. I don't know if I've ever seen a stonework enemy, though. 15% virtue chance. Yeah, sure. The only one of these with a reward that immediately jumps out at me is the Alluring Siren over here with the Book of Sanity. Book of Sanity is going to be really good to pick up for the Darkest Dungeon missions so that I don't have people freak out, or so that I can try and run with high damage and not a stress healer. This will give us 18 crests as well. I do want a bunch of crests. Alright, you've sold me. By the time we start the next episode, I'll have figured out the crew that I'm going to be taking over to the Alluring Siren. For the moment, though, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Darkest Dungeon. Hopefully you have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.